For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian, and this is the weekly news recap, brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonmemorial.com, memorials that matter. A former Fergus Falls physician has been accused of sexually assaulting high school hockey players in Ottertail County. Prosecutors say that while he was working as a hockey doc in Ottertail County, 69-year-old former Dr. V. Lavron made sexual contact with at least two underage hockey players under the false representation that it was for a medical purpose. Reported incidents occurred between the winter of 2014 and spring 2016. Victims reached out to law enforcement following allegations that Lavron had committed similar acts in Michigan in 2022. Last year, he was convicted on 28 charges of sexual misconduct and was sentenced to 10 to 25 years in Michigan custody. Lavron practiced pediatric and family urology at Lake Region Healthcare between 2011 and 2018. The former doctor is being charged with 2 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct and 4 counts of fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct. He is set to make his first court appearance in Ottertail County on Monday. A man is being charged with threats of violence after harassing a local politician. Ottertail County prosecutors say 25-year-old Brandon DeWolf of Waconia called the victim multiple times and sent them derogatory and aggressive text messages after he received a call from the politician regarding a campaign. The victim described the calls as angry and threatening. In light of the current political climate and recent events statewide, law enforcement took safety precautions for the politician and their family. DeWolf was arrested without incident on Tuesday, February 3rd for threats of violence and disorderly conduct. He made his first court appearance Thursday morning. An e-bike driver was seriously hurt in a car crash in Fergus Falls Monday afternoon. Fergus Falls Police Lieutenant Connor West says officers were called to a crash between a car and an e-bike at the intersections of Northern and Cherry Avenues around 3:42. Police and Ringdahl Ambulance arrived on scene and located the e-bike driver, a 41-year-old male experiencing leg and head injuries. The man was transported to Lake Region Hospital for treatment of serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The juvenile female driver of the car was not hurt and stayed on the scene until officers arrived. The Fergus Falls Police Department would like to remind operators of both bicycles and e-bikes to adhere to traffic signage and wear a helmet. Minnesota sugar beet farmers are facing a growing financial crisis, and relief could be coming from Washington. Republican Congresswoman Michelle Fischbach says she met with USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins to push for Minnesota producers to receive a share of $1 billion in supplemental economic relief. Fischbach's office says sugar beet farmers are being squeezed by falling prices and rising production costs. According to the Southern Minnesota Beet Sugar Cooperative, Minnesota is the top sugar beet producing state in the nation, with farms concentrated along the Red River Valley and in the southern parts of the state. Minnesota State Parks and Trails will host candlelight events across the state this winter, including one at Glendalough State Park on Valentine's Day. Hikers can drop by anytime between 6 and 8:30 for hiking and snowshoeing as stars twinkle overhead and lanterns flicker in the snow. Minnesota DNR Director of Parks and Trails Ann Pierce says winter candlelight events are a magical way to experience Minnesota State Parks and Trails. Quote, "There's something truly special about walking a snowy trail under the glow of candlelight, where the quiet of the night and the sparkle of the snow create a peaceful escape. It's a chance to slow down, connect with nature, spend time with friends and family, and find beauty in the stillness of winter." End quote. The 1-mile trail starts at the dining hall and is suitable for beginner-level hikers and snowshoers of all ages. This has been the Weekly News Recap, brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonmemorial.com, memorials that matter. For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian. Tune in at 5 o'clock every Friday afternoon on KBRFradio.com or on the Fergus Now app to stay up to date with local news. Find more stories on KBRFradio.com. Sign up for email news sent right to your inbox, delivered by Cooper's Office Supply.